Hello my dear friends, this is Rajesh Mahapatra. I hope all of you are doing well and happiness. In this session, I'll be telling you about the concept of what is VPC in cloud computing. VPC stands for Virtual Private Cloud. Why VPC is required in Google Cloud Platform. Apart from this, I'll guide you how the VPC is isolated with all public cloud like GCP, AWS, Microsoft Azure, and more. Let's get started. What is a VPC in cloud computing? In Google Cloud Platform, a VPC or a virtual private cloud is a virtual network that provides a private and isolated environment for deploying and running Google Cloud resources. VPC allows you to create, connect, and manage networks in the cloud, offering a flexibility, scalability, and control over your network infrastructure. In the cloud computing, virtual private cloud is like gated community within a public cloud provider infrastructure. Just as gated communities offer residents a secure and private environment within a larger city, VPC provide organization with their own virtual network within the public cloud separate from other users and the public internet. For example, imagine a public cloud as a crowded restaurant and a virtual private cloud as a reserved table in that crowded restaurant. Even though the restaurant is full of people, a table with a reserved sign on it can only be accessed by the party who made the reservation. Similarly, public cloud is crowded with various cloud customers accessing the computing resources, but a VPC reserves some of those resources for use by only one customer. As you can see here guys, VPC involves the several key elements like subnet, security group, route table, gateway. Subnet, the smaller segmented section within the VPC, further dividing the network for specific purposes like separating development and production environment. Security group, the virtual firewall that defines which resources can communicate with each other, what type of traffic is allowed, enhancing security within the VPC. Route tables control how the data packets flow within the outside VPC and directing traffic to the intended destination. Guys, gateway, the connect your VPC to other network like the public internet or on-premises environment, enabling controlled communication and data exchange. Some basic use cases for VPC as building hybrid cloud environments, connecting on-premises infrastructure with cloud resources, creating multi-tenants environment for hosting application for different customer or departments while maintaining isolation, deploy complex and distributed application with specified connectivity and security needs. How is a VPC isolated within a public cloud? As you can see here guys, the sum of the key elements for VPC as the logical separation, network security control, connectivity and more. Guys, a VPC isolation within a public cloud is achieved through a combination of software and hardware based mechanism, creating a virtual barrier between your resources and the broader cloud environment. In logical separation guys, the virtualized network overlays, dedicated IP address spaces and subnet segmentation. Imagine your VPC is a highway overlays constructed on the top of the existing public cloud infrastructure. It logically and administratively separate even though it shares the same physical infrastructure. Your VPC has its own private IP address ranges distinct from other VPC and public internet. This prevents the accidental and unauthorized communication with external resources. You can further divide your VPC into smaller subnet for granular control and enhanced security. Think of it as the creating different lanes on the highway for the specific traffic types. And network security control, guys, the security group, route tables and network access control list, ACL. This acts like a virtual firewall, defining which resources within the VPC can communicate with each other and what type of traffic is allowed. Imagine the checkpoints of the highway controlling entry and exit for different vehicles. Network Access Control List ACL. This offers the additional granular control by specifying which specific ports and protocol can be accessed within the VPC, further filtering the traffic flow. Guys, the connectivity, VPC can connect each other or to an on-premises network using VPN, virtual private network. VPC can be connected to each other or to on-premises network using VPN. This enables hybrid cloud scenarios where you can extend your on-premises network to the cloud, like guys, using VLAN, VPN, network access, translation, NAT and more. We'll discuss, guys, one by one in our upcoming session so that you can easily understand what is VPN, what is NAT in Google Cloud Platform. Guys, now I'll guide you why VPC is required in Google Cloud Platform. In GCP, Virtual Private Cloud is required for several reasons, all of which revolve around the providing users with a secure, isolated, and customizable networking environment within the cloud. Here are some of the key reasons why VPC are essential in GCP, like network isolation, custom IP address ranges, subnetting, security control, scalability, and more. Guys, VPC provide a way to logical isolate resources within the cloud. Each VPC operates as private space, allowing user to create a segregated network environment for their application and services. GCP allows user to define custom IP addresses ranges for their VPC. This flexibility enables organization to choose IP ranges that align with their internal networking convention and avoid conflicts with other networks. Subnetting, guys, as we discussed, within a VPC, user can create a subnet to further segment their network, and subnetting helps organize resources, implement security controls, and manage IP address spaces efficiently. GCP VPC provide the features such as firewall rule, security groups, network tags, allows user to control inbound and outbound traffic from their resources. Now guys, I hope so you understand why is VPC required in Google Cloud Platform. Now I'll guide you some advantages of VPC in Google Cloud Platform. Guys, building your own secure neighborhood within the vast expanse of GCP offers the numerous advantages like enhanced security, improved network organization and management, cost optimization, and compliance and regulatory requirements. Guys, the isolation from public internet, your resources remain shielded from unauthorized access and potential attack, minimizing attack vector and protecting sensitive data, and assigning private IP within the VPC, making resources invisible to the outside world, further reducing risk. And the improved network organization and management, organized subnet, efficient routing, enhanced visibility, and so that guys, the monitor and troubleshoot network activity within the VPC more easily thanks to its defined boundaries and centralized management tools. Guys, the cost optimization, reduce public IP ranges, centralized resource management. Private IP addresses are generally cheaper compared to the public IP addresses. The private IP addresses within your VPC often incur lower cost, and optimize resource allocation and utilization within the VPC, potentially reducing overall cloud cost. Compliance and regulatory, guys, meeting industry standard. VPC facilitates compliance with industry and regulatory requirements regarding data security, privacy. Now guys, I hope so you can understand what is VPC in Google Cloud Platform. Thank you. See you in the next session and have a good day.